Hello everybody and welcome to day 10 of Vlogmas. Hope you're all doing well and that you had a great day. Today we did go tree shopping. I couldn't really film much though because the new people weren't keen. So there's a tiny bit of footage that I'll pop in. And I'll pop it in here actually. We were going there with something in our head. We do not want anything too big because we've only got a small room and a Maisie and 3-4 dogs that run around bouncing around, mainly the 3 younger ones. And we thought we would, well, we were going to skip this year. We've gone through this already, so I won't bore you with it, but we decided we're getting a real one. We were going to go with no taller than 4 foot, tiny real one this year and not a bushy one. And that was in our plan. That was in the plan. Then we got there and we were wandering around and I said to my other half Dave, I said to him, you can pick because you know what you want and I will decorate it. You'll pick. And we also needed, well, a little bit bigger than we wanted because I needed enough to keep back cuttings so I could make wreaths. I'm only doing 2 this year. I usually do 4 to 6 so that a few different people can have them, but I'm being realistic, so I wanted to make one for us and I wanted to make one for my partner's parents' grave. And I also want some to do simmer pots. So I need a little bit extra, but not loads. Well, you know what I'm going to say now. We got there and then we said no higher than 4 foot, maybe 5 foot a push so we can chop some off. And then Dave grabs a tree, which is, and he's about 6 foot, and it's about 1.5 foot taller than him. And I was like, that's too big. But it was such a perfect tree shape. Does that sound odd? A tree shape? All trees are tree shape. But you know, like the proper traditional Christmas tree shape. And he was like, oh, we could chop some off. So we went for a 4 to 5 foot one. And I think we came home with a 7.5 foot one. And you'll see it tomorrow because currently it's outside soaking so that it's all happy before it comes in. And the other issue I've got is I've got hanging planters. You might have seen them on Instagram. In our window, our bay window, which is where I was going to put the tree, where it always goes every year. And if I put the tree there, which is the best space, it means that I've got to find somewhere else to put my mantras and my Caletheia Freddy and my hot on top. And they don't like being moved, especially the mantras and the Caletheias. So I don't know how we're going to work this, but basically we've got to do this so that my plants are happy, the tree looks pretty, the dog doesn't try and kill the tree and pull it over. I'm not optimistic. You can feel free to place bets on whether my plants are going to die or the tree's over by Christmas Eve. But anyway, we have a tree and that's the point. And this weekend I'm taking you all decorating. And I'm also going to give you a little bit of an altar tour before the end of this video because the altar will be changing for your this weekend too, hopefully, if not Monday at the latest. So that's that. And the other news today is it snowed. It had snow. We had snow. Pretty flitty snow. My other half always gets on a miserable mood when it snows because it makes life for us so much harder getting the sheep sorted. Our sheep in winter aren't actually at home. They're a couple of miles away. And the main road is lovely, and then you get to the track that goes up there and it's almost vertical. Nobody puts grip down. Usually you have to end up walking up there. It's 2 miles nearly up there, uphill, in snow and ice with no salt down. You can't even get a 4x4 up there most days. Thankfully, we'd already, well, Dave mainly had already sorted out. Hay is out, they've all got shelter, they've all got water and it's circulated so it shouldn't freeze too much. And we've got cameras up there. Today we could not get up the track and we had a lot to do, so we checked on the cameras. The hays were full, everyone was walking around and I can talk to them through the camera and they all came over and lined up and they were like, yeah, we're good ma'am. So everyone was fine, but tomorrow regardless we've got to get up there just to make sure that they're okay, because it's one thing checking a camera one day but you can't do it 2 days in a row. So with that said, I need to change my twinkly twinklies batteries by the looks of it. They're looking quite dull, aren't they, tonight? I've just realised. Oh, it's not as Christmassy today. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. So, couldn't get up the hill. They look pretty, and I'm gonna introduce, no that's not the word, and I'm gonna insert the footage of the snow that I took this morning now. So I hope you liked that. It looked really pretty, didn't it? It was white, it was lovely, it was nice. So on to Advent now, I think. Day 10. Let's look. Okay, here we are. So that was yesterday's package on. That there. Let's have a look. What do we have? 11, 12, 13. She missed 10. 14, 15. 16, 10. It wasn't in order. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. I'm only joking, Nick, if you're watching this. Right, so here is day 10. I think it's a wax mount. And I will... Let's have a look. Let's open this up. And we'll get a warmer on go. He's cool. Autumn Winter Snowberry. I don't think I've had this one before. It smells nice even through the package. It says loganberry, strawberry, peppermint and zesty cinnamon. I'm going to love that. I know I am. Right, and we will get that on go. And I will put a time lapse on for this one. I did film a time lapse yesterday. I didn't realise because the angle I had to film at because of, and how high the plug was. Because it was a plug-in one rather than a full size warmer. When I watched it back, it was too dark to see the melt, so that was a faux pas amateur move on me. But anyway, that's that. We're going to get a time lapse in at the end, but the next thing we're going to do before we put the time lapse in is I'm going to give you guys an altar tour. I don't usually do this. I know you see bits and pieces of my altars. I'm going to have to move this because I obviously film here. But if I've got ritual work going on here, I will film over there, and if I've got ritual work going on there, I will film here. So I'm going to take the camera off where it is and turn the light on, and then I'm going to show you around. So a little mini altar tour, because I'll probably do a big altar tour video eventually, but here we go. So that's my wall hanging. Fun fact, they sent me the next size up because they had only that one in stock when I ordered. That's huge, but she's beautiful. Then there's my wall of artwork. This article that featured my partner up there, because I'm quite proud of him. Some of my plants. Say hello to Herman with his brain cactus, he's the best. My TV, which I watch everything on when I'm doing crafting stuff. And then there's the messy corner. And then there are my element in the correct places altar bowls. That is just been cleared. That's something I made, and just got a bit of fennel and a couple of little plants in, little pieces of, can't even think what they're called now. I know what I mean. I should know, I put them there. Anyway, and I grew them. So there's one of my candle holders. That is a amethyst wand, little trinket that I use. That candle is just there because I haven't moved it yet. It smells divine though. This is most of the stuff that came out of offering bowls. Just emptied them today. I'm going to go and put those back into the earth because they need changing. Then we have behind here, this is my just decorative cauldron with the potpourri from Colt Box. It's lovely. And then there's just a little look over there, a few bits and pieces for it's changed tomorrow. I've got a elements jar, offering glass, things like that, a little display. Up here we have a few painted rocks that I've done, my Gaia, a few crystals. There's the planter that I got this last time. My orchid's not looking the best because they're about to go into growing state, so the flowers are dropping off. And my drooping cactus in the really cool planter from a cult box. It wasn't in the subscription, by the way. Then we're just going to bypass over there, just in case people don't like that sort of thing today. And here is my writing bureau altar. So anything that's messy gets done over here, wipe down, easy to do. And anything which isn't gets done over here. I had a pretty good clean. This was very messy the other day. We're removing that and pretend we didn't see it, okay? Because that's for another video. So this has been cleaned because I knew Yule was coming up, so everything has really been taken out that was rituals. And it's just very bare bones at the minute. But I love it. This came from, I think I paid like £15 for it. It wasn't in great nick. One of the arms didn't work, and yeah, so I want to put something here. I don't know whether to get some leatherette, sort of fake leather, and paint it and put it there and there. I thought maybe the 4 seasons, I don't know. It's another project. And it's just so pretty. I love it. It didn't have this handle. It used to be a nightmare to open unless you used the key every time. So I got these little cool sort of brass effect. So was in keeping with these ones. And I think it doesn't look too out of place, and it just helps you to open it. So that's that. So that's my other altar that's upstairs. We use the fancy piece of bark to hide all the rubbish, and we are not going to talk about down there because there's just too much rubbish. And I've got my Nan's sewing kit down there. Again, we're not going to look at the floor because that is a bit of a mess too. And I need to change the batteries on those lights because they're getting a bit dim. But yeah, this is my working space. I didn't mind sharing it with you because it's going to be changed for Yule, so I might take you around to decorate with it. Let's put my stuff away from Samhain. I've got a few bits still out from Mabon. And then we're going to crack on and we are going to do Yule. So, he always makes me laugh. Say hi! That's Herman. I love Herman and his brain cactus. He makes me smile. So anyway, from me and Herman, I'm going to say brightest blessings to you all. Goodbye.